It's the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Dr. James JC Cooley. All right.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore them or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guests will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Hey! Come on! It's that time! It's time for the Dr. James J.C. Cooley Show! That's right! Did y'all know? He's the king! Dr. James J.C. Cooley! That's right! It's that show! Dr. James J.C. Cooley! Yeah. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life. Yeah. Y'all know. It's time. Dr. James J.C. Cooley Show. That's right. Y'all get ready for some knowledge. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. Let's go.
Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley, but of course, we got the one and only Paula Shaw here today, Bridges Beyond Grief. But, we talk about a whole lot of things other than grief, and we have a lot of great and good news stories that we talk about anytime that we're on the air, and I think we got one of those stories today because we got an absolutely fantastic guest coming your way today. I am excited about the show. How you doing, Paula? How you doing?
I'm doing great, JC. This is always my favorite day to come and hang with you and Michelle and introduce you to somebody who, like we always say on this show, we're either interviewing people who have suffered severe loss and found a bridge to the other side, or those that are the bridge. And our guest today and her companion are a bridge, a really special and important bridge. So I'm excited for y'all to meet her.
I'm excited about that as well. How you doing, Michelle? How are you doing today?
I am doing great today, and this is one of my favorite topics because I'm in love with the subject in general because of the type of people we are. But I'm really excited to be here today. I'm excited that Paula's here. She's got an amazing guest for us today.
Well, I'm excited. And I tell you what, whichever platform that you're watching us on, whether you're watching us on E360 Television, Transfer TV, Apple TV, Roku TV, uh, LinkedIn, YouTube, Rumble, and over 85 other platforms. So welcome to the show. Or if you listen to this on the radio, welcome to the show as well. And if you want to be part of this great discussion, that's what I call it, Paula. If you want to be part of this great discussion, all you have to do is just go to the platform that you're watching us on. Ask, go to the comments, ask any question that you might have. I promise you, we'll get you an answer. Michelle, can you do the honors by introducing the title of the show, purpose of the show, and introduce this absolutely sensational guest we got?
Yes. Well, the title of the show is Dawn Van Siclen, Community Service and Engagement. So we're having a sit-down conversation with our guest today. She's a real estate professional, member of the Carlsbad Rotary Club, and volunteer with the Canine Volunteer Program at Scripps Encinitas alongside her dog, Dora. So let's tell you a little bit about our guest today. She's lived in Carlsbad, California for 26 years. She's a 20-year member of Rotary, a global group of community-minded professionals who volunteer their time, skills, and resources to perform service above self. Dawn's originally from Miami, Florida. She married her college sweetheart, and together they raised 2 sons. Her family's moved to San Diego as a result of her husband's service as a Navy pilot. A year ago, her husband suffered from a sudden cardiac arrest while swimming in a pool. Lifeguards saved his life, and he later had a defibrillator installed. While spending time with him at Scripps La Jolla, they were visited by a service dog. This visit and her youngest son's dog fostering of, who you will meet soon, Dora, changed their lives forever. They adopted Dora, a scruffy 1-year-old rescue from Baja, Mexico. She was hit by a car and needed to have her front leg amputated. Months later, she underwent 5 rounds of chemotherapy, and Dawn and her family adopted Dora. And she goes weekly to Scripps Hospital to give high fives while reminding everyone that joy is always an option. Please welcome to the show, Dawn Van Siclen.
It is
we
my
need a
pleasure
spot
to
for
be here.
Dora.
Yeah, Dora. I was like, I can
Dora.
move things around and show Dora too. I was trying to get her on my lap. She's kind of crashed out on the couch right now. I'm happy to be in the background. She's a hardworking girl, and as always, on the lookout for new people to meet and new dogs to say hello to.
Hey, welcome to the show, Don. Welcome to the show. It's an absolute pleasure. Couple of things that stood out in the intro. First of all, a Rotarian. I mean, come on, that's you got me on that one, Rotarian, because I love being a Rotarian. Secondly, your husband, I think Michelle mentioned, was a Navy pilot.
Yes.
I spent 23 years in the Navy. And
that's wonderful.
So I know how that is, and especially from the pilot perspective, and so those 2 things stood out mostly. But can you tell our audience a little bit more about you, where you grew up, what make you click, why you're so passionate about what you do, and how did Dora become that bridge of bringing happiness to, especially to your lives and probably others as well?
Thank you so much. Yes. Well, there's so many parts to that wonderful question. I grew up in Miami, Florida. And so now I'm living in California, but I was on the other coast. That's where I met my husband. And he joined the Navy. He became a pilot. And as a result, he was deployed. We found our lovely home in California. And we raised 2 sons. Now, like most parents, you're busy constantly throughout your days, throughout your lives, picking up kids, feeding kids, after school practices, homework, bedtime, bath time. Oftentimes, with the military, my husband was deployed. He actually spent a year and a half in Iraq. So we had to kind of figure out life when he was not with us. And it was hard. So I have a very strong network of wonderful military families that have always been by my side and have my heart, and I have theirs as well. So it has been an honor to do that. When it came down to initially coming to California, I hear so many times people say they're looking for happiness. And I guess I was a little bit too, and that's how I found Rotary. Um, I had, I was working hard. My husband was working. Our kids were going to school. We're doing all the things that when you're growing up, be a good person, give back to the community, work hard, help your neighbors. We're trying to do all those things, but I still found that something seemed missing in my life, and I really couldn't put my finger on it. And I ran into a couple of Rotarians, and I had never heard about Rotary. I had a 7 and 8-year-old son when I first did, and I didn't know if I would have time for it. But the thing that I found after visiting them is that you make time for those special people and special events in your life. And instead of me trying to find something that I decided was the best organization or best nonprofit to support, these clubs already supported 5, 10, 15 different nonprofit organizations. There's so much good that can be done in the community. It really was just a blessing to me, and that has filled my heart. And as a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons I met Paula, and we became friends and got to know each other. It's through Rotary and that connection, because there's over 2,000 people in San Diego County, and there's over 1.2 million Rotarians worldwide. So when you think of a family connecting on goals and water projects and just like building new schools, helping through education, there's so many things. It just makes your heart happy.
Boy, that is so true, isn't it? I mean, I have said for years, 10 years now, I've been a Rotarian, that was the best decision that I ever made. Because, and just like you say, Dawn, people don't think about it so much, but even if you have this giant heart and you want to help other people, how many other people do you have access to? But through Rotary, you have all this huge access, actually all over the world. So I think we both feel really blessed that we are in Rotary. But I'm dying to ask you a question about Dora, if I may. How did she come to you? Michelle mentioned something briefly, but tell us the story of how she came to you and how did she learn how to be a therapy dog? Because what she does, I don't know if we've made that clear to everybody, she goes with you to the hospital and visits patients. So tell us more about that, how that works.
So Dora was a very special, she had a very special entrance into our lives as a family. My son, who is now in his 20s, he wanted a rescue dog. He wanted to do something. He wanted to foster a dog. Dora, at the time, right before he decided to foster, she herself, thank goodness, was being rescued. She was found by, as luck would have it, a foster mom on with the rescue company. It was Animals Without Borders. So they rescue a lot of animals, a lot of dogs in Mexico, and they just make sure they have good homes. And they often pair them with people back here in the States. So she had been in the dunes of Mexico, and it was kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So I don't know how she survived as long as she did. It's almost like somebody might have dropped her out there. There's all kinds of stories. But the good news is that she found this foster mother who then took her, saw she was limping and had a broken leg. They had, unfortunately, to have it amputated. And that's when she came back to the United States, and my son found her. And so he brought Dora into his life and was with her for 6 months. But during that time, they found out she had a cancerous growth. So in addition to being a little over 1 year old and missing her front leg, they then she had to go through 5 rounds of chemotherapy. So this dog has been through it all. She's
Hey, Don, hold that thought, because I don't want to lose anybody, but we have to take a commercial break right now.
Oh, sure.
And hey, Paula, when we come back, can you reemphasize that question? Because I don't want to miss a beat of it, because it sounds fascinating. And I tell you, whichever platform that you're watching us on, if you want to be part of this great conversation, all you have to do is just go to the comments. That's any question that you might have. I promise you, Don or Paula will have an answer for you. Oh, I'm going to share my life. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? And everything that you do.
Is living in today's fast-paced world making you feel stressed and out of balance? Are anxiety, sleeplessness, depression, lack of focus, or weight gain robbing you of your relationship and your energy? If you're ready for change, you need to call Paula Shaw. Paula helps you identify and eliminate self-sabotaging thinking and behavior. Using a wide variety of mind-body techniques, she provides her clients with the most effective processes for their specific needs. To book a session with Paula, call 76093-89760.
That's right. Did y'all know? He's the king. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. That's right. It's that show. Dr. James J.C. Cooley.
Welcome back to the James Cooley Show.
Oh, there she is.
Hi, Dora. The Explorer.
It's Dora. Hey, let me get. I have to say this, otherwise my kingdom's gonna get me. One of the things that we are doing in my kingdom, which I am the development king, out of Ghana, Kwasawan Kingdom, in Ghana. Right now, we got a couple initiatives out there called King Cooley Kids. And one of the things that we're doing is tackling illiteracy. And what we're asking for right now is any books, children books, any computers, anything that's going to help our kingdom be in touch with the outside world and also help tackle literacy. So
Good.
if you're listening to this, our kingdom is small, about 60 to 80,000. But my heart is with our youth. And as a development king, that's where I support. I support my kingdom as well because I'm the development king. But if you feel it in your heart, go to CooleyFoundation.org. CooleyFoundation.org. Donate what you can. If you got computers that's workable, please contact me, and we can pick those up or get those, and we can help change lives, and we can help develop our future leaders of tomorrow, regardless of what continent you're on. Yeah. So, Paul, I want to get back.
See, you didn't tell them where your kingdom is.
It's in Ghana.
There we go.
Yes, I'm the development king of the Ghana Kasakron Kingdom in Ghana, right outside of Accra, which is the capital.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, Queen Dora. She's so pretty.
She's a little scruffy.
Well,
She
I
looks
can
like-
see why she's so good at her job, because you can't look at her and not smile. You know, really, she's just such an adorable face. And for our listeners, if you're just joining us, Dawn in the last segment was telling us how she found, or how she came to have Dora in her life. Dora herself was a rescue and had a broken leg, and they had to amputate it. So Dora does her work now, visiting patients in the hospital, walking on 3 legs and being the adorable little being that you just got to see. So, Dawn, I'm kind of curious, because I'm a novice to all this. As much as I love dogs, I didn't really know that much about canine therapy. Is there special training that you had to do with her in order to be allowed to walk into a hospital and see patients?
Good question. So when people think of therapy dogs, sometimes they confuse them with service dogs. So those are 2 different types of dogs. The service dog actually is on the job and he does a task. Normally his owner needs help, maybe walking or getting things, or just something along those lines where the dog is focused and task oriented. Our canine therapy dog, they're emotional support dogs. So her job is to go into, in this case, Scripps Hospital, and she visits the patients, she visits the people visiting the patients, the nurses and the staff of Scripps. So you forget, I mean, there's so many people that make up that wonderful Scripps community, and really not only patients that are having a very stressful, exhausting, and nervous time there, but these staff members, these nurses, these doctors, they're on for 12 hours and they've seen some very stressful situations. So sometimes when I come to their side of the hospital with Dora, they wrap their arms around her and they're like, I need a dog kiss right now. I need a little dog and dog love. So it is just, it's good for the soul. It just makes me happy. That's one of the things I'm blessed to know a lot of people in my community, and I stay pretty active. But when I go to the hospital, it's great because no one knows my name. Dora is the show, and she deserves all the accolades.
Great. You know, I think we forgot to tell the audience what you actually do professionally, because you're not a dog trainer.
Yeah.
So share that too.
As I mentioned earlier, my husband is a pilot with the Navy. And as a result, I we found our family worked best finding something that traveled well. So I got into real estate, residential real estate, and I've been doing that now for over 26 years.
Wow.
And that's been wonderful, and that's been great. And I've had an opportunity. I've been a dog owner all my life, and I've had dogs and cats and hamsters, guinea pigs, rabbits, fish. Like there's a whole slew of them that my mom and dad couldn't say no to. So it was nice having that experience. But what was kind of mind blowing to me is that you can have this animal, and that animal has such an emotional response that it's bringing out of the people that it meets. And it's fascinating. I mean, if you are an animal lover and an animal owner, how you feel when you see your dog. Right. So just think, if you are in the hospital, in pain, nervous, maybe there's no family members near you, right, and you are isolated, to have a canine therapy dog come in and visit and like lick your face and get next to your bed. And Dora, even though she has 3 legs and only 1 front paw, my son taught her how to do high fives. So she goes around high-fiving the patients and the staff.
Oh, that's great.
And she loves it. That's her favorite trick. So she brings a lot of smiles. And the thing that I've never been a ghost before. And I mean, when you are just so removed from the environment, you feel you're just watching almost like a television show unwind. Dora is the one, and believe it or not, so a lot of dogs are these golden retrievers and these very mellow dogs. If you had a chance to tune in earlier and see her face, I had to bribe her with snacks so we could see her. But she looks kind of like Tramp. She's got scruffy hair and it goes every which way, and a wild coat. And she's definitely all terrier. So she has a purpose and she has a job. And I'm not leading her through the rooms. She is picking the rooms to go to, and she is making those decisions, and she loves it. And it's fascinating because there's certain people who may have had bad experiences with animals, and you know what? She can read them before I even see them. It's like they have that sensation about that. And it's the people who are open and need the love. She is more than willing to give it.
That is so great. I had my Sammy was our family dog for 16 years, and he was a Border Collie Aussie Shepherd cross. And so he was just a wonderful dog. But he used to come to the office with me. And at that time, I had an office that had a patio right outside the door. And my client would come in. If they were comfortable with dogs or a dog lover, he would go right to their feet and sit there or put his chin on their feet, and he was so comforting for them. But if they were not into dogs, he would either stay out on the patio or he'd come right over and sit by me. You didn't have to say a word. They sense it. They just know. And it's just amazing what animal therapies can do. I know a guest I've had on before is the gal who started Saddles in Service, and they connect first responders and veterans with horses. And those horses are so tuned in that what happens is if that person doesn't have their energy right, that ride with that horse is not going to work out well. So it really helps them to moderate their behavior, moderate their feelings. And like you and I were saying yesterday, I think one of the things that happens when a dog comes into your hospital room is it's a reminder of real life, of something joyful in real life that you get to experience. And I think, it just helps bring you back to a state of hope, or dropping the fear, and a lot of those feelings that you have when you're in a hospital environment.
Definitely. As a matter of fact, one of the patients we visited, Dora bounded into the room, and I saw this woman was tentative and she was looking at Dora, and it's unlike her because they're not supposed to do this, but Dora jumped on her bed, which is
Oh my
not
God.
really done, but she was
Yeah.
I feel like she felt she needed to be there.
Mhm.
And the woman just threw her arms around Dora,
Oh.
and she said that she was so sad because previously she had been visited by 2 other canine therapy dogs. They were golden retrievers, and she said that she had been told she has cancer and she was going to have her leg removed, and she thought the dogs smelled the cancer and hated her or wanted to stay away from her, and she started getting very upset. And so when Dora bounded in and jumped on her bed, that she just lit up. I mean, it was just it made me so happy. I didn't
Yes.
have the background until she explained it to me. And then she started crying, saying she thought that she was so alone going through this by herself and no one loved her. But now when Dora came into her life and started licking her face and just and then when the woman realized that Dora was missing a leg and she had survived it, and not only had she survived it, but she is so happy. I mean, when you think
Yes.
of this dog, Dora's now 3. She's had her leg amputated. She's gone through 5 rounds of chemo, and she came up homeless and in a situation where I don't know if there was a lot of love that was
Yeah.
given to her. And she is so full of love and hope. So
Ah.
there is something about that that transfers to the patients and people who need it, saying, if she survived it, I can survive it. If
Yes.
she's happy again, I can be happy again.
Oh, that is so huge, Dawn. And I feel that, I see that, because I think when you're in those kinds of environments, isolated from home and family and friends and normal life, you can fall into your own fearful thoughts and kind of get in that fear bubble. And when a being comes from out the outside and does what Dora did, I mean, I feel like on some level, she developed empathy and compassion through her own pain rather than becoming hardened and bitter. And we've seen that happen, where dogs just growl and bite and bark. But Dora turned it around. That's a lesson for life for all of us.
Hey, can I say something?
Yes, please.
I'm looking at the numbers here, and they are incredible. Looking at the YouTube numbers and looking at all these numbers, and we got Jacqueline Loving, mentioning that pet therapy was great for the spinal cord and injuries, as it relates to veterans as well, because when you got a pet that kind of able to relate, even though they don't know, but just that loving and caring and always at that side,
Right.
it brings so much joy to the person that is affected. And then you have a pet. I just know how me and Michelle felt about our pet. So but we got a minute before the break. Dawn, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I couldn't agree more. Obviously, we're a military family, and we know people who've been injured, have had injuries such as spinal cord loss, amputation, things of that nature. And just being around a pet, a dog that is so affectionate and has survived it herself, and there's no judgment. She's having an open heart and just moving forward. She's not looking back and sorrowful on where her life was. I think that's one of the things pets teach us better than ever. It's to move in a forward direction positively with an open heart.
I'm loving this show. And I tell you what, we're going to take a station break. And if you want to be part of this great conversation, we're on 85 different platforms. All you have to do is just go to the comments on whichever platform that you're watching us on or listening to us on, ask any question that you might have. I promise you, we'll get you an answer. It's your life. And we'll be back with a lot more Paula Shaw and Don after the break.
I am Dr. Renee Street Toppin, founder of Black Women Who Want More. At Black Women Who Want More, we are proud listeners and dedicated fans of It's Your Life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley. Are you ready for more out of your life? Join us at Black Women Who Want More Academy, where women of color boldly pursue excellence as public speakers, authors, leaders, and entrepreneurs. This is your life. This is your moment. Today is the day you begin the journey toward your dreams at bwwmacademy.com.
Y'all feel that? Y'all feel that? It's Dr. James J.C. Cooley. Yeah. The King, Dr. James J.C. Cooley Show. Y'all feel the vibe? Dr. James J.C. Cooley. Yeah.
together. We stand together. Unity. Yes, we can. 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 Yes, we can.
Yeah. Y'all know. It's time. Dr. James J.C. Cooley Show. That's right. Y'all get ready for some knowledge. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. Let's go. Let's go.
Welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. I'm thoroughly enjoying this conversation. And I tell you, that dog is absolutely wonderful. And I'm enjoying this conversation. Paula,
Yeah.
before we even go any further, you have hit a home run with this guest. I mean, actually, two guests.
Yes.
And Paula, I'm asking that we have her back on the show again one day, if her schedule permits.
Okay.
If her
Fine
schedule,
with me. I'm having a great time.
I would be honored, and so would Dora.
yeah.
And Dora's happy. She's eating a snack.
She is. I've figured that snacks and toys keep her in front of your camera. So
There
that
you
makes
go.
it easy.
And not that, but what I'm trying to say is people that are having challenges, needing a companion,
Mhm.
and I think if I heard correctly, Dawn, you take Dora with you when you go visit patients, and all of those things are so important to, and it might sound crazy, but keeping a person alive, because that joy, that hope, the hope
Yes.
is like, I have nothing here. Then you bring a pet that's happy and this and that, and all of a sudden, like, I'm gonna see that pet again tomorrow, so I'm gonna be around.
Well,
And, you know, if
well,
you
Dawn,
think about-
I'm sorry. Dawn,
okay. Sorry.
besides the Scripps Hospital, do you take Dora any place else? Can you kind of go into that?
Sure. I've been offered, I have friends on Love on a Leash, at Love on a Leash, which is a wonderful organization also, and had the opportunity to go to Camp Pendleton, where soldiers have been injured, and some of them have amputations, some of them could really use a dog. And the thing is, the ability to communicate. I love talking with people. I love meeting people. This is not the same communication that Dora has. I don't say a word. Dora does all the interaction. She does all of the fun stuff. She's getting down right now. But she, it's so amazing. When we're at Scripps, we go weekly for 2 hours. And during that time, we meet between 50 and 60 people. So, and that goes everything from little kids who love getting high fives and doing tricks with her,
Yes.
to patients and people who are in wheelchairs. That's another thing. If you have a dog that you think could help people, and you're looking for something a little extra in your life, and something's not right, and you want to give back, look at Scripps Volunteering. The Canine Volunteer Program is absolutely phenomenal. I can't say enough good things about it. We've been doing it for a year now, and it has just filled my heart. Love on a Leash is another good one. These are ways, if you're looking for happiness, you can't make yourself happy. You only find happiness when you're helping others. And the thing that's amazing about it, I'm not even the one talking with the people. I'm just a bystander who is bringing her back and forth to the hospitals. And I am like crazy happy. I can't tell you how much this has meant to my life. And it's 2 hours a week. If everybody, I don't care who you are and what you do, everybody can find 2 hours somewhere in their week to take the focus off their self and put the focus on somebody else. And when you have to shut your mouth and you have to just follow along as this dog leads you to people who need her, your life is changed in so many good ways. I mean, she has taught me so much.
Don,
hold on, Paul.
all right.
I just love what you just said, because in many people, it's all about the I, me, my. We take the focus off ourselves and put the focus on others,
Right.
especially through a pet. I mean, I'm locked in with this idea. It's not all about us. It shouldn't be. Regardless of how successful we are, or whatever that might mean.
Mm-hmm.
We have people out there that have went through moments, tragedy, etc. And survival means not just family, but purpose. And you bring a pet around. It might sound crazy, Paula. You bring something that they're not even used to around, because when you're in a hospital bed, which I have been there, where life did not mean nothing to me at that time. It's like, let me go. And you bring something different around that sparked life. And the only thing that I can only go by me, I'm thinking, well, I can see that again tomorrow, next day, and next day, next day. I want to be around for that. So, Don, what I think that you are doing, I don't know if you know it, but you're bringing joy, you're bringing happiness to a person that's almost ready to give up and say, hey.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to turn it back over to you, Paula, but I had to say that.
Thank you very much.
I love
It's all
that.
Dora.
It's all Dora. And that's what's so beautiful about it. And it's kind of what we touched on before, that, you know, when you think about a hospital room, machinery that might be scary, a life on the line, everything's sterile and, you know, white, and machines going off and people checking your blood pressure and all these things that have nothing to do with enjoyment of life. You can't even really get a good night's sleep in a hospital, as we all know, because they're checking blood pressure and doing all those other things. So then when the perfect representative of joy in real life comes into the room, I'm sure it's transformative. I'm sure you could write a book, Don, of the stories and the experiences that you'd had with Dora lighting up somebody's life. And I don't know if we ever told our listeners, how did you, a real estate professional, decide to start doing this with Dora?
It was when my husband had a cardiac arrest, and he actually was swimming at the time in a master's program at Monroe Street Pool in Carlsbad. And thank you, lifeguards at Monroe Street Pool. Big call out. You guys were awesome. 4 of them jumped in. He had his cardiac arrest. He sank to the bottom of the pool.
Oh my God.
They pulled him out and started CPR immediately, which saved his life and prevented any brain injury. But while the paramedics had come and then took him to the hospital, there was so many, and this was 2 days before Thanksgiving. There's a million things going on. There's all these pressures, all things. He's in the hospital. We're all stressed. And we were visited by a canine therapy dog.
Oh, I'm getting chills.
That, can I tell you, having just 5 minutes, just looking at this dog and petting it, and the love you receive back from this dog, taking the focus off yourself and your troubles and your hardships, and just focusing on a dog, even for a short amount of time, was just such a blessing. I can't even tell you. And after I went home that night, I just thought to myself, I've got to find a way of getting involved with this at some level. And at the time, my son had not fostered Dora. I didn't know what was going to come my way, but I knew it was something I wanted, and I put it out there to the universe and asked for help. And and you know what? Sometimes everything just lines up just right. And Dora came into my life and just blessed me. Now, when you're a certain age, you have seen a lot of loss from family members, friends, and you can be very young, you can be very old. It happens throughout your life. It has happened to me personally with a number of my family members. And I have found that I had grown kind of a covering around my heart. I was very protective and a little closed off. A lot of people who didn't know me probably wouldn't know, but I was more guarded. And when my son brought Dora in, and she's just running as fast as she can on 3 legs, and she's in my face licking me, and she's happy, and I know what she's been through. And I look at this dog and I'm thinking, you have survived this. I can survive this. And it makes me a better, more open person.
It makes you better
in my life.
More open. Hold that though.
Yes.
We have to take this commercial break. Otherwise, I ain't gonna get paid. We're gonna have to take this commercial break, but we're gonna come back. This Paula is just like that. We got to get her back on. And if you want to be part of this conversation, all you have to do is just go to the platform that you're watching us on. Ask any question that you might have. I promise you, we'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Is living in today's fast-paced world making you feel stressed and out of balance? Are anxiety, sleeplessness, depression, lack of focus, or weight gain robbing you of your relationship and your energy? If you're ready for change, you need to call Paula Shaw. Paula helps you identify and eliminate self-sabotaging thinking and behavior. Using a wide variety of mind-body techniques, she provides her clients with the most effective processes for their specific needs. To book a session with Paula, call 76093-89760.
Dr. James, JC, Cooley, the James Cooley Show. It's your life. That's right. Are y'all ready? It's Dr. James JC Cooley. It's your life. That's right. Dr. James JC Cooley. Hey, come on. It's that time. It's time for the Dr. James JC Cooley Show. That's right. Did y'all know? He's the king. Dr. James JC Cooley. That's right. It's that show. Dr. James JC Cooley.
Come back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, but I tell you what.
Oh my gosh.
You already know Bridget Brown, Paula Shaw. As I mentioned to you earlier, that out the point with this guest, these two guests, and we will have them back on again.
You know, Tracy, before we go any further, I think it's important for our listeners to know. I did a little research on what are the benefits of canine therapy with patients, and I was blown away at what they are. So here's a few of them. Improved mood and mental health. We've kind of just touched on that. Emotional comfort, an actual shift emotionally. Stress relief, pain management. Pain actually lessens when they're interacting with a dog. Lowered blood pressure and lowered heart rate. So physiological improvement. Support for pediatric patients who are probably scared and overwhelmed, and now they can relate with a dog. Encouragement of the whole situation, and physical activity. If they're petting, if they're tossing a toy or something, they're actually moving. And social interaction, not only between the dog and the patient, but also the doctors and nurses that come and are interacting with the dog as well. That's just part of the good things that come when you are engaged in canine therapy. So I don't know, Dawn, if you knew all that was possible when you began this, but wow, you and Dora are a light, a bright light walking into people's rooms and lighting them up as well.
Thank you so much.
Sweet. That dog is so sweet. Look at its eyes.
She is wonderful. And I just wanted to thank everybody that was watching, because we're all here to change something in our lives, to be a better person. And it's not hard. It's very easy, as a matter of fact. It takes you with the right mindset to say, I'm going to change. And then you figure out how you're going to do it. And I can't recommend enough doing it with an animal that I love. But there's Love on a Leash. There's Canine Volunteers. There's a million others. It's not just me. These people are angels on earth. They are making the world a better place, and you can too. So get off your high horse and make sure you get into some hospitals, get into places that people are in need, and shower them with love. And if you don't even need to shower them with love, you don't need to say anything. Let your animal do the talking. Sometimes it's best even not to say anything, because so many things go unsaid, and that is the secret of love and the answer to life. So just thank you guys so much. And I've had such a wonderful time spending it with you, and it's been my absolute pleasure.
And you know, one thing that occurs to me is, what is Rotary's core value? Service above self. I think Dora is a Rotarian in her soul.
You know what? Absolutely. Dora is a Rotarian because she's doing service above self. And I just want to just mention to you ladies that, and we all been a part of Rotary for quite some time, that this is what it requires, not just in the United States, but around the world, in order to bring joy and happiness to others and to put service above self. We can get most of the people in the world to think that. They look at us, or I'm not saying me or you, that, hey, you guys got, you guys ain't worried about nothing, all that. Oh, in my case, I'm worried about things because it's not about me. It's not what I got. It's what I can do to make the world better. So I want to thank each and every last one of you, including my beautiful wife right there, Michelle, who just popped back in. Thank you. Michelle, thank you for putting together another absolutely outstanding show. Paula Shaw, you know I value your judgment when you identify guests. I said, Paula, if that's who you want on, I know that person already hit a home run. But she brought a designated hitter with him. I want to thank you for that. I'd like to thank our viewers and our listeners for tuning in to the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also on the radio, San Diego, AM 1170 Answer, FM 96.1 The Answer, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also AM 660 The Answer, and Spotify, iHeartRadio, and 85 other platforms. If you want to listen to what we do, all you got to do is just go to that. But most importantly, our viewers always dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Tell them, Paula, your life. And we'll see you then.